Hey, you guys. So, something dropped in my spirit when I was thanking God and giving God praise, and it is a testimony, and I'm going to share. But God will do quick turnarounds for you if you move quickly and swiftly. He will do quick turnarounds for you. Um, you guys know that God had told me to start a nonprofit called Love Connections Foundation. Thank you guys, by the way, for all of your love and support, all of your donations for the nonprofit when I'm doing different raffles and things of that nature to help fundraise. I highly appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the donations that you guys do to the channel. I highly appreciate you guys. It does not go unnoticed, and I love you so much for your generous donations. Okay, just want to put a disclaimer out there. But you guys know that God had told me to create or found a nonprofit called Love Connections Foundation. So I did. And while me building a foundation and laying down a foundation and getting things together and working with different board members and things of that nature, God clearly spoke to me, and he was like, you need to get Love Connection Foundation trademark. And I said, okay, God. So I started with the getting the trademark on the state level, and then I was gradually working my way towards the federal level of getting a trademark. And I normally don't do federal trademarks myself. I normally outsource that to a particular person, but God told me, he was like, no, you do it. So I was like, okay, God. I was obedient. He was like, this one you do. I don't want nobody touching this one but you. So I did. I put in an application, and normally with federal trademarks, it can take a while for them to assign it to an attorney, and then the attorney will respond to you. And so it did take a couple of months for them to assign me an attorney, but when an attorney had was assigned, it wasn't long for the attorney to give me back a response. And it was so weird to me because on the day I received the response email, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was up. I was up reading the word. I was up researching and stuff. I just could not fall asleep. For some weird reason, I could not fall asleep. And I know it was God keeping me up for that reason, because that email was about to come through. And so whenever the email from the attorney came through, was requesting a couple of things from me, and wasn't a lot of stuff. What was easy fixes, and God was like, do it now, respond back now. And I'm like, okay, God. So I did what I needed to do. I responded back or whatever, within the same night. So I probably responded back like 2 or 3 hours later, if that, because I was gathering all the documents and stuff to, do and send back to her. Did it. Not even 2 weeks later, I got a response email back from her saying that she published the trademark for the nonprofit. Okay. And so she published it, but after publishing, it still has to wait a couple of days for it to, a few days for it to actually be approved and sealed. So I'm thinking that was going to be done by the end of March. Well, that was done and completed. I got our email response on February the 18th saying that everything was approved, sealed, and everything, that I can order the sealed copies for the trademark. You guys, if I have not been obedient and moved quickly, I would have not received a quick turnaround. And that was a quick turnaround compared to the other two trademarks that I had got done and that I had outsourced. That one came back. The one that I did myself personally, that God told me to do, came back quicker. So God would do quick turnarounds for his children, but you got to move quickly and swiftly. Okay. Had I not been obedient to God and got the trademark done myself and did it myself whenever God told me to do so, it would have still been pending. it probably would have never went through, because the person that I normally outsource my things to when it comes to stuff like that, we are no longer on speaking terms, because me not realizing when I was going through these different type of things with starting a foundation for the nonprofit, getting everything up and going, running, and me trying to finish school and get my doctor's degree, that I was under attack. I was under attack by a hidden enemy. I was under attack by someone who was carrying a Judas spirit. And just want to come and encourage you guys that God will do a quick around for you. You just got to be obedient, do what he says, do what he say do. Okay, you can't just not move your feet. You can't just sit on things and be like, okay, I'll do it later. When God tells you to do something now, do it now. Because he's telling you to do it now, because if you guys remember that God had told me to release in a previous video that he is giving he is open doors for his children, but those open doors are going to have a certain amount of time frame for you to enter that door before it closes, because that door is only meant for you. So be obedient. But I'm a testimony, y'all. Quick turnarounds. Things are going to be quick turnarounds in this season for his children, but you have to do your part. You have to be obedient. You have to listen to God when he tells you to do things. You have to move when he tells you to move. And don't question. And sometimes when we do ask God certain things, he'll give us an answer, or he'll just say, go ahead and do it. And then he reveals things to us later when we're ready for it. Because I didn't know that I was under attack until after I had started the process of getting the trademark. And it really came to light when, excuse me, y'all, it really came to light when, excuse me, y'all, it really came to light whenever I got my graduation pictures done. And after attending graduation, that it was revealed to me that I was under attack. Okay. So be mindful in this season, y'all. And I'm glad, like I said, I was obedient, because I was being attacked by someone who was due to jealousy and envy, and I didn't even realize it. So, because the person was too close to me and they were trying to hide it and cover it up and be nice, nasty, like God had told me to talk about before. So be mindful in this season, you guys, to be obedient, because he will do quick turnarounds for you in this season. I'm forever grateful. I'm forever thankful. I'm grateful and thankful that I was obedient to God, because we got a quick turnaround, because I had met with the board. I'm like, okay, by the end of the month, we should have our seal of approval, but it wasn't by the end of March. It was actually February the 18th. I received the email saying everything is approved. So do what God has called you to do. Okay. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the jealousy and envious people. God will deal with them in due time. God will render justice and judgment in due time. You just got to be obedient and do what he says to. But God will do a quick turnaround for you in this season. Okay. Be obedient. So I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.